Good morning, Oracles. So we have gotten through another wild ride of a week, but we have finished all of the FANG earnings. And we ended strong. We ended with Amazon's earnings. The stock ended up popping, and in turn, the entire market turned around. We did have a little bit of a scary moment in the morning on Friday when the jobs report came out, and the market initially freaked out, but then we climbed over the course of the day. There was a little bit of a sell-off coming near the end, so that kind of leads me to believe we may see that continue on Monday. I'm not sure. It was a bit of a sharp sell-off right at the last minute. So we will see how Monday trades. Again, with how volatile the market has been, who knows what's going to happen. And looking at Tesla's chart, we are looking at it starts to look like we're consolidating a little bit. Whether we actually are or not, who knows? Just because of how volatile the macro environment is, I'm not sure which way we're going to go with this. I would love to consolidate between 900 and 1,000. That would be great. We haven't seen true consolidation since September, so it's been quite a while. We do have a gap to fill down to 846 as well. We've still got that sitting there. Now, again, gaps fill 9 out of 10 times, so it doesn't need to fill. It's not guaranteed to fill, but more often than not it does. And so I'm looking for, with the way the volatility in the market is, we have CPI data coming out next Thursday. If that doesn't come in to the market's liking, we may see that gap get filled then. We may see the gap get filled leading up to that with some uncertainty surrounding the CPI data, or we may do well and that gap may not get filled until the rates actually go up in March. These are just the couple of things that I'm toying around with as far as timing for that gap to potentially get filled. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to get filled, but there's enough catalysts out there that lead me to believe that we will get filled. And now just a reminder as far as rate hikes go, these are necessary. So when we're looking at the macro environment and we're saying, you know what, all these things are coming up and it's uncertain and we don't want to go through it because it's going to be painful, it needs to happen. It's not healthy to run an economy based on 0% interest rates. So they need to bring it up. So normal should be between 2 and 3%. And so we are going to be working back up there. This is important. This is a needed step for us to do. Our economy is doing extremely well here in the US. We have been providing and creating a lot of new jobs out there. A lot of new jobs are getting filled, and our sales and GDP are still doing well also. So we're just monitoring this because we have a strong economy going forward, so rates do need to go up. This is why inflation is going to be important to watch as well. So we want to bring that inflation down so it doesn't run away, but we have a strong economy. So we just need to get through the painful time. Looking at length of time on this, I would say that we will probably not see any sort of real rally until at the earliest the end of 2022, perhaps into 2023. Because normally we don't finally make that turn to continue going into a bull run until all the rates are done and the Fed says, okay, we are done raising rates. So we shall see. There's obviously a lot to do between now and then when it comes to the Fed. That's why we are monitoring them so closely as far as inflation, the CPI data, and the interest rates going up. So we will keep an eye on this, but for those of you who are, here, you're holding long term, just keep on holding dollar cost average, but realistically, we probably won't see a real strong bull run like we had for the last decade for at least another year or so. And now this is just my perception and insights on it, but that's kind of what I see. So this is why paying attention to Tesla's fundamentals are so important, because yes, if the economy does trade kind of sideways for the next 12 months, when we do come around, Tesla's fundamentals and the strength of their company underneath is what's going to spring propel them forward even higher and faster coming out of this. And now, despite all of these short-term price action and potential short-term catalysts that we have coming up, I always take a step back and look at the fundamentals of the company. And so this week we had heard about potential rumors that the Austin and Berlin factories are also going to be producing Model 3 lines. I don't know how true that is. I will keep monitoring that. As far as I was concerned, I figured Model Y, obviously, with Tesla trying to get themselves to having Model Y be the best-selling vehicle in the world, that would be their main focus. But, they do export quite a few Model 3s, so it would make sense for them to potentially do that. We shall find out. Hopefully we get some more information on that soon, because I'd also like to get more updates on Austin based on the 4680 batteries. I have my Model Y on order, slated to be delivered in November. I am totally on board with if I switch to the induction wheels, I would be able to get it in August. But if I have the opportunity to get the 4680 pack, because I don't know if they're going to have that sold separately, if that's going to be a different choice because Fremont may not be doing them. A lot of uncertainty around that, but I want to get clarification on that, because if I have the choice to pick the 4680, I obviously would like to choose that. And if I need to modify my order, I will certainly do that. But to hear that Model 3s are also coming out of these factories makes me wonder if the Model 3 out of Austin will also have the 4680 pack. And other great fundamental news for the future of Tesla actually comes out of Redwood Materials. They announced that they will be opening up a recycling plant over in Europe. So now we know that they have one in Nevada, and now they can have one in Europe. And you know, we know the connection between Strobel and Elon, and the fact that they are going to be helping Tesla, it's no doubt in my mind, and helping the future of EVs. So to have a plant over in Europe close to the Berlin factory is going to help Tesla immensely in the future. And now I've had quite a bit of nasty weather here in the northeast of the US. We've had a blizzard and then an ice storm yesterday. So I'm still putting together my numbers. I should have them out this weekend. Updated numbers for quarterly deliveries and all of my other estimates. And then I'm going to actually do my whole entire estimates through 2032. And I will finish all those up. So I don't know if I will be able to get all of those updated numbers out this weekend, but I will definitely get 2022's numbers out this weekend. And then perhaps next weekend I can do my full next 10-year forecast updated, where I'm going to add in robotaxi revenue more. I'm going to add in AI bots coming in sooner. It's pretty exciting. I'm going to do a wild bull. You know, there's hyperbull. I'm going to go with wild hyperbull case scenario where, you know, just live in the euphoria moment. This is something that could potentially, just like a 1% chance that it's going to happen, but it's fun to always look at, you know, the absolute best case scenario, what can happen, and it'll be, you know, like everything going right for Tesla for the next decade, what could possibly happen. So that's going to be my wild hyperbull scenario, and I'll just play around and have fun with that. But otherwise, I will get you guys my bull, bear, and base case scenarios through 2032 as soon as I possibly can for you. And in other brief news that came through yesterday, in case you guys heard about it, there is a fire over at the Fremont plant. But just to be clear, that was outside. It was more debris like pallets and packing and boxes. No injuries, nothing major to any of the assembly lines. So no real big deal there, just a fire that happened to be going on outside the building. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Austin and Berlin are actually going to have assembly lines for the Model 3? I mean, to me, it does make sense. I just thought that they were going to start initially with the Model Y. Perhaps that is still the case. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, as well as all of my daily trades. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a great one.